Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
11.
Once again, they run with Mixon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Burrow will throw. Steps away to his left. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here we go.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
11.
They run for it with Mixon. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Forward.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 33. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 15. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique, and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance. He's helping his team in a huge way.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
With the score, Ravens 14, Bengals nothing.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. It's a room to maneuver. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Jackson on first down. Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll give them 8 that time. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Forward.
To throw is Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. Touchdown! Rashad Bateman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
The score, Ravens 21, Bengals nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Dancing to his left. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
This goes out wide for Mixon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. but he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Now Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
After the sack, you can understand him maybe being a little bit nervous back there, a little skittish, but looked awfully decisive when he took off and ran.
Very decisive and picked up that first down in the process. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 16, Jackson outright. This is Boyle, the tight end. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score. Ravens 28, Bengals nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
11.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Here we go.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They're going to look to throw. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, you're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Play action. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. On the move past the 40. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 45 yards. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TV. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Dobbins running out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Another run here with Dobbins. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. Second and 10. Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 95 catches for him now on the year, and it's a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And Jackson throwing once more. A slant route caught by Bateman. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And that's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Duvernay. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And they'll get this down to the 10. 66 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run with Dobbins. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after him. Put the pressure on him.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Jackson will keep it, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Ravens 38, Bengals 14. Justin Tucker in the kickoff to Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try to get back to where you were to start the half.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. To throw is Jackson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's complete, left side to Bateman. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. The one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Jackson on first down. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. He'll get it inside the 20. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Dobbins again on second down. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On third down, here's Dobbins. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 82 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Curtis Samuel from 6 yards away. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Bengals 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Hayden Hurst, 71 yards. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just... There he goes, right side. 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of. The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Justin Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Bengals drive about to get going. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
Here we go. 11, MT, tape, 12. Here we go.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
On 1, ready?
Second down and 3. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Ravens, they finished the regular season with another win. They're 15th against just 2 losses. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, this loss will be the capper to what will be a disappointing 5-12 campaign. And with some high